January 16th, 2026. How's it going, guys? Got another video for you. What are we going to talk about? Las Vegas, Nevada, and all the good eats out there. Now, when we fly in there and go out there New Year's Eve, we're up about 19 hours. And we left out here, I think we left out here at 4 a.m. in the morning. When was our flight to schedule to go out?
It was around 7 o'clock.
Around 7 o'clock. So we always get there about 3 hours early. Make sure that we can get through everything to the TSA and stuff. But after flying that flight, usually you're hungry, and you always have to get your luggage and get it taken care of. Have them hold it until you can get in there at either 3 or 4, whenever check-in time is. So first thing we did. My son, he likes that In-N-Out burger, and it's not bad. I kind of like it. It's kind of grown on me a little bit because the first time we went out there was so many people in line. There was probably, 60 people in line out the door, and we stood there, and it was very hot that day, and I think they were just trying to cram people through, and I didn't think the food tasted as good. But going back and giving a second and even a third try, yeah, I think they got some pretty good hamburgers there. So I'll let him talk about it for a minute here.
So yeah, In-N-Out Burger, probably one of the best places to get a burger for a cheap price in Vegas. I think their meal with their double meal, which has the burger with cheese on it and all the toppings, and then comes with French fries. I think it was about $11 and some change.
Yeah, and it comes with a drink too.
And it comes with a drink as well. And what I would recommend is getting your burger animal style. And what that is they put seared mustard into the patties, and then they put extra spread on there, and they put grilled onions on it. It kind of gives it a good flavor. But, the regular burger is also good. Overall, I would say for the price, you really can't beat it in Vegas.
No, it's definitely a good value there. Definitely a good value. So the second one we're going to show, guys. Now, one of the other videos we showed it, but we're going to talk about this at Westgate. And hold on just a second. Okay, guys. Now, this is a place we ate at New Year's Eve night before we went out over at the Westgate. I'll let my son tell you a little bit about it.
So this is Riki Tiki Sushi, and it's at the Westgate. Now, we stayed at the Westgate, and they were running a promotion where you could get $75 of dining credit per night. So we took advantage of it. Now, normally it costs about $44 per person for all you can eat sushi there. They do offer things individually as well, but the all you can eat deal is pretty good. So we ended up paying probably around $25 for it, and then we gave the server a pretty good tip. The thing about Riki Tiki Sushi is it's all you can eat. They have several things you can pick from, so they have different appetizers. I ordered miso soup, which I had never tried before. I thought it was pretty good. We also ordered some shrimp tempura, and man, that was excellent.
Oh,
we brought
yeah.
out like a chili, kind of like a Thai chili sauce you could dip it in, and it was really good with that. The tempura, the way it was fried.
Oh, that shrimp was excellent, definitely.
And then he also got a salad that had some ginger in it, and the salad was made over at Benihana, and he really liked that salad.
Oh yeah, that ginger, how they did that in that salad, boy, I tell you, it was good. But you almost forgot the best part at the very end, the ice cream that they had made up.
Oh yeah, they had the ice cream was special because it was kind of like, it wasn't hard, kind of firm on the outside, but soft on the inside.
But it was kind of like almost like a round chocolate piece or something.
I can't remember what they called it, but it was very
oh my god,
pretty small. And then I was going to talk a little bit more about their other food. So there's sushi there. You could each order 4 different things. So we both ended up getting the Philadelphia roll,
And it's all you can eat.
which is pictured on the bottom. And what that has in it, if you're not familiar, Philadelphia roll has smoked salmon, cream cheese, avocado, and then of course the rice. The Philadelphia roll, it's actually grown on me. It's probably one of my favorite rolls besides like the California or the spicy California roll. The smoked salmon pairs well with the avocado and cream cheese. And it's got a really good flavor. The one above it is just typical, California roll, and that is good too. But I was really surprised at the Philadelphia roll. The flavor is excellent. And then I also tried some nigiri, which I had never had before, which is the rice, and then they put a little, raw fish on top. I tried yellowtail, and I didn't know what to expect, but it actually tasted pretty decent. It was kind of a real slight sweetness flavor, but it wasn't fishy really. It just kind of had a mild flavor, which it tasted a lot better than I expected it would taste. So overall, my two favorite things there, food-wise, was the Philadelphia roll and the shrimp tempura. Now they also brought out some vegetable tempura, and that was really good too. It consisted of carrots that were fried.
Yeah, fried carrots. Yeah, that was really something. Really good.
They had like zucchini, and then they even had the mushrooms were pretty good.
Was there some calamari in there or
Onion ring.
onion ring? Okay.
Yeah, an
okay.
onion ring.
Onion ring. Okay.
Yeah, and that was good. So yeah, the Philadelphia roll, the shrimp tempura, and then that ice cream was excellent. What do you think about Riki Tiki Sushi? Any other thoughts?
I think the place was excellent. I think the food was excellent. I would like to also stress too that we stayed at the Westgate and we also stayed at the Excalibur. The Westgate service is excellent. Anybody that's in there, they treat like a king or a queen. And I would recommend that place, even though it's an older place. They go beyond the staff there. The staff will help you in any which way, whether you're in the casino on the floor or like just needing directions, and they are prompt and they are there. And I would give the Westgate a 10, and the Excalibur I don't see nothing wrong with the Excalibur. I see that they need to probably redo the carpets in there. They keep saying that they're going to just let it run down, but the rooms at the Excalibur were excellent. We showed a few of those. We'll be showing that too, but I don't want to get off subject here. But the Westgate, I'm going to tell you, and their food, excellent. I also want to show this picture again. They had like a rainfall like over this tree, and the ladies were wearing the kimono. Hold on just a second, guys. Check it out, guys. Ain't gonna see anything like that here in Kansas City. But man, you talk about cool. And where we were sitting there at that table too, like I say, good service, good food. And we'll go on to the next eat here. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys. I'll let my son talk about the next photo you're looking at here.
So the next place we went to was the Wynn Buffet. And you talk about one heck of a buffet. Normally it's about $80 a person, but since it was the holidays, it was around $100 a person. But I would say it was well worth the price. They have a little bit of everything. In this photo here is a lasagna roll that my dad got. He said it was excellent. This is just a small sample of what they had, but some of the things that stood out to me there was they had almost like a shrimp tempura, kind of like what we had at Riki Tiki Sushi, but it had like a sriracha sauce on it, and that was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. They have a ton of meats at the carving station. Some of the standouts that I liked was the brisket. I thought the brisket was really good. It wasn't too fatty, but it was, it was tender. It tasted good. And then pair it with some of their barbecue sauce, and man, that was great. Um, they just had a lot of entrees to pick from. They had lobster claw, and I tried some of that. That was really good. That was part of the frozen seafood. And then their frozen crab legs were already, split in half. So it made it a little easier to get, the crab meat out of there. I did have to get a plate of the frozen crab legs first. Um, and then another thing that really stood out to me is everyone always talks about their desserts, and I do agree. Their desserts are excellent. Probably one of the best we had out there in Vegas. I got the little Oreo cheesecake, and that was excellent. It has a little Oreo on top. And then even if you're a person that doesn't like cheesecake, I'd recommend trying it because it was good. It wasn't too sweet, but it tasted, it was just right. And then the creme brulee, I got some creme brulee there, and that was really good. You hit the top of it and it cracked like it should. Another thing was the little chocolate cone. That was really good. Um, just a lot. Oh, my favorite part there at the Wynn Buffet was the carrot cake. They had prepared it with some little like cinnamon apples on the side, and it went really well with the carrot cake. That was between that and the Oreo cheesecake. Those were my two favorite desserts. And the service was really good. They refilled our drinks, and they had Coke products, and just everything about it was good. What do you think about it?
I think what the food was excellent. I The prime rib or whatever, they had some different kinds of meats there. My favorite out of all the meats was their ribs. Their barbecue ribs were really good. And of course I went right to the seafood, the shrimp, I mean your crab legs, of course, the crab legs, and they're split. I mean, man, come on, all you can eat. I mean, that's got it right there. But desserts, not too bad. I like desserts. I'm not real hot on lots of sweets, but desserts, it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. Oh, and one thing you probably should tell them is if you don't want to have to stand in a very, very long line and wait a long time, definitely make your reservation ahead of time.
Yeah, so we had booked. It was actually the day before, and there was only one time slot available. It was like the 2:30 time slot. So people do book this in advance. So I would recommend booking, if you can. I know it's not always good to, schedule things, but if you can schedule it a week beforehand, if you know you're going to be out there and you want to go a certain day, I would try to schedule it a week ahead of time.
And one thing, we didn't know how long ahead of time we had to be there. I always try to get about 45 minutes to an hour someplace just in case something goes wrong. But you only have to be there about, this one guy said 5 minutes. I would recommend being there at least 10 minutes before your time you're supposed to go in, and then they'll just get you right in. So you don't have to hang around for 30 minutes or 45 minutes or whatever. Just, about 10 minutes.
I bet that line would have taken probably over maybe an hour to an hour and a half.
Oh God, no! I bet that was about a 2 hour line
2 hours
when we was there. Yeah, it would have took you 2 hours if you had been standing there waiting, definitely. So I was trying to think of anything else. All good food. The food was good. They had so much there. Well, also what you're looking at off to the left is a little cheeseburger, little baby cheeseburger. This was at the very end when you get full from eating all the all the meats and all the seafood and stuff. It's like, oh, we got to try that. And that lasagna roll. Oh man, that was excellent. Off to the right, well, you see that stuff. It looks green. That's a pasta. Can't forget what they called it, but it had like a green like sauce.
And you were very impressed with
that. It was good. It was very good. I mean, you could tell the chef had prepared it.
Oh, and I had to try a piece of that truffle mushroom pizza. And that was really good, actually. I've never really ate truffles, but I guess they're supposed to be kind of like mushroom, but they grow like by the bottoms of trees. But with the pizza, it tasted pretty good. I know that's a big thing in Vegas is they put truffles on everything and they try to charge $5 or $10 more because it's got it's truffle fries or truffle pizza, truffle this.
But one thing they didn't have, we could never find. Very, very disappointing that he was looking for. He was looking for the caviar.
Yeah, we
Did not see
the
no caviar there this time.
Maybe.
We went over the deal about 3 times. We walked around everything, and I don't know what the deal was on that. But they're supposed to have caviar there too. I think 2 different kinds, the black and the red. But I didn't see any of it, so I don't know. But other than that, it was a good buffet. It was worth it. I think total come about 109 a person.
Yeah,
on that stuff.
But $206.
Cool. It's cool inside too. The casino's pretty nice too to play in a little bit. We played a little bit in the casino there too.
Yeah, we actually won a little bit in the win.
Yep.
I hit about. Let's see, it was about $230.
Yeah.
And then you won some too on the.
Oh yeah.
So.
All right, guys, we'll go on to the next eat. Hold on. Okay, we're back, guys.
All right, what we got here is a picture of the Main Street Station buffet. This was my plate there. Now, not to discredit the win at all, but for the price, I would say this is the best buffet in Vegas. Main Street Station is located downtown, like by Fremont Street. You walk a couple blocks from the plaza, and Main Street Station's right there. Now this buffet, we've been to it a couple times. The first time we went, the line was really long. It probably took, over an hour to get into it. This time we went, it took maybe 5 minutes. This buffet is excellent. What you see in the picture here is the prime rib, which I had to go back and get a second piece. It was that good.
Oh yeah, the prime rib was excellent.
I don't know what they call all the parts, but the part that was more medium rare to medium, that was excellent. Melted in your mouth. And even the part on the end that was more well done, that was just as flavorful. I've got some chimichurri sauce at the bottom, which they pair a lot of times with the prime rib. My other piece I had was the prime rib, and I put the creamy horseradish on it. And both of them, had a unique flavor pairing it with the different sauces. In this photo, I also have some macaroni salad, and I have to tell you, it's better than Hawaiian Bros macaroni salad. This place is known for catering to a lot of the Hawaiian population, kind of like the California Hotel, because it's pretty close by. And they even have I believe it's a buffet night where it's island nights, where they gear it more towards the Hawaiian food. And I believe that's Friday night. Now on Saturday night when we went, they have crab legs. And they were some of the best crab legs you could get. They cracked super easy. The meat came out perfect, and they were very flavorful.
They were cooked good, because anytime you can get a crab leg, the way they've cooked it, and you don't even have to use one of those metal crunchers to break them, and you can break them open, and you get all the meat out every single time. They knew how to cook those just right. But that, I have to say something about the prime rib. I had like 3 pieces of the prime rib, and man, you talk about that would almost melt in your mouth. They were above the win on that. In that sense, I'm not saying the win was bad. The win was very good, but whoever prepared that, who was cooking that prime rib, knew how to do it.
Also in this photo we have pictured here, in the middle is the oxtail chili. Now I've never had anything like that, but I was very impressed with that. It was very flavorful. It wasn't too spicy, but it had some kick to it. And I would honestly give the chili a 10. Actually, as a matter of fact, everything on this plate I thought was a 10. The mac salad, the chili, the prime rib definitely, and then on the right is the beef enchilada, and that was just as good. I thought, the shredded beef was paired well with the cheese, and then the enchilada was tasted very good, and texture wise was great. Um, the other thing about the Main Street Station buffet is it's a little more spacious. The tables are separated, so it's not like you're all crammed in together. There's plenty of space. And even just navigating the buffet line, it's pretty easy, I would say. There's the seafood section, there's a pizza section, there's more of the hot foods and fish section over by the mashed potatoes, and then you go around and there's a section that's more geared towards Hawaiian theme, and they have like fried chicken, and then the carving station is kind of in the middle. And then they have a separate island that is all desserts. And even their desserts, I thought their desserts were really good there too. I had a piece of it was like some sort of a chocolate pie, like a cream chocolate pie, and I thought that was very good. And then I got a piece of the cheesecake. Now it wasn't as good as the Oreo cheesecake, but you know it was just regular cheesecake. I thought the desserts were good enough for what they were. But what really stood out to me was the food quality of just the regular food there. What do you think of the Main Street Station buffet, Dad?
Oh, I think everything they have is a 10. I also want to say that they have some ribs that they cook up, and their ribs are a 10 at this place too. They barbecue ribs they have there. Also, their shrimp. They have several different kinds of shrimp there, from the cocktail-like to also the fried. Now, a lot of people have problems because they look for the sauce. They can't find a sauce. The sauce is located up by where the prime rib is, up by the carving station, like. So if you're looking for those sauces, that's where they're located at. But overall, this is probably the best value, and you're getting a 10 of all the different kinds of food that you're eating there. Desserts. Oh God, this is my like I say, we've ate here a couple times. This is my favorite because they have apple like pie. They have lemon meringue pie there, and all their desserts are just just perfect. Just perfect. That's all I can say. And they did not have any bad food there. I mean, they got a Mexican section there. They have a Chinese section there. I mean, all very good. That's all I can say. Excellent. So I guess, guys, we'll go on to the next eat. Hold on. Okay, guys. Where do you think this is at? This is Ellis Island. And this is their breakfast. And man, they had it for special. I think it was, what was it, $14.95? $14.95. Now, where can you get that is a real like sirloin steak. 2 eggs, potatoes, and buttered toast there. You can't beat that. You talk about excellent. And then they also have all their food's good there. Oh, they have ribs. They have a whole slab of ribs. I think it's now, they used to be cheaper, but it's now, I think it's like $20 for the slab of ribs. But oh my God. I mean, good food. I'll let you put your deal in here, Dylan, and let them know about what you think.
So the Village Pub Cafe at Ellis Island. I have nothing but good things to say about this place. I've had 3 different meals here, and it's always been good. So we had to go back for the steak and egg special, which comes with I believe it's an 8-ounce New York strip, potatoes. You get 2 eggs, and then you get your choice of toast, which we always opt for the sourdough bread because it's always really good. Now we got our steak prepared medium, and it came out excellent. It was very tender and juicy. Even without the steak sauce, it was, it tasted really good. Now the second time, we actually went here twice this trip, and I got the fish and chips, and the fish and chips were really good. The fish was prepared very good. The breading was great. Their tartar sauce was excellent. You could tell it was homemade. And then their steak fries were good too. I have no complaints about steak fries. Now my dad, he also got the chicken or no country fried steak.
Oh
And
yeah, the
I even
country
tried a
fried
piece
steak.
of that.
Over half the plate covered. Yeah, that's the way to go.
And that was
Green
excellent.
beans.
It had that, was it the garlic, kind of a garlic gravy?
Oh yeah, it was good. It was excellent. I mean, you can't beat it.
I mean, he was drooling when it came out.
Yeah, I was drooling. Okay, good food. Very excellent
And
food.
then another thing we've had there, we didn't have it on this trip, but in the past we got to bring up their barbecue. Their baby back ribs are to die for. They have some of the best baby back ribs. And what is it? $19.99 for a full slab of ribs, side of coleslaw, baked beans, and then like a garlic bread.
Oh yeah.
If you're not full after that, I don't know what to tell you. It's a ton of food, but it's very good.
Now, I want to say something else that doesn't pertain to the food. It pertains to the servers here. All the servers at this restaurant do an excellent job. But I want to talk about one more thing about the tips again. Now, we tipped here, and me and my son, I always ask him, I said, just read it and tell me what 15% is, And because I pretty much hit it on the head most of the time, but I always like to check to make sure, what we're tipping. But there was a group of people sitting off to our right side when we ate this. And there was probably, I'm estimating, 8 to 10 people. And it really seemed like it pissed them off that I guess they weren't going to tip the basically there. And, just because this is a smaller casino and stuff, this is I think an individually family run like casino.
The only family owned casino left in Vegas.
Yeah, the only family run, okay, the only last one in Vegas. And guys, if you're at this place, at least tip 15% to your waiter or waitress. I mean, but anytime, this is why there's problems. This is why restaurants, and then they try to stick it to people. I don't really like the restaurants that put money on stuff. People should be willing to tip if you get good service. Now, I mean, I've had waiters and waitresses too that don't bring you water. You sit there. I mean, should they really be tipped? They say if a person doesn't bring you water or hardly or don't, just leave them a buck or two. That's it. But we always tip, if you get good service, at least tip 15%. And what I was thinking, like I said, that there was at least 8 or 10 at this table. And it's just like when me and my son was sitting there talking, it just acted like it just made them mad, pissed them off. Because they look like we're going to have to tip here or something now. Well, if a waiter or waitress is actually doing good service, and they, like you say, they give very good service here, they should get something out of the deal. I mean, how hard? You got 10 people. Even if those 10 people just took $2 out of their pocket, each one of them, that would be a pretty good tip.
Shout out to Danny the medic for recommending this place. He's done a lot of videos on their food. We enjoy watching his videos, and he's actually probably what made us go to this place after we saw, all the specials they offer.
I think that was when we first knew about it. That's why we went to it. And you can walk to this place, guys. Don't think that you have to take a taxi. As long as you're in fairly good health, it's about a 6-block or maybe, 8-block walk. And it's not that far. If you go from, the Horseshoe?
Yeah, take the monorail to the Horseshoe.
Take the monorail to the Horseshoe.
You walk out the pathway, and then you come out down by the food court. You just go straight out those doors, like before Johnny Rockets. You take a right, walk down a few blocks, you cross the street, and then you go down a block or two, and it's on the left side of the street.
Yeah, it's not that. Well, you have to cross over. It's actually you're on the right side. You cross over by. It's kind of like something kind of like a convenience store there. You cross across that street, and then you go to your right and you walk it down. It's over by the BattleBots area and stuff. But you're on the opposite side of the road.
If you go during the daytime,
yeah, I would go in the daytime. Or evening. I wouldn't go at night because the convenience stores do get a little bit more. They do have some people that come up that are, probably homeless and stuff, but they've cleaned a lot of it up. I also want to put our 2 cents in too. this is the first time we've got to actually go down to the Strat. I've been there. Way back. I've been to the Strats. I even stayed at the Strat a couple times. But they had Las Vegas had that part cleared up enough, safe enough to where you could actually walk basically from Circus all the way down to the Strat and not be harassed or have to worry about being, mugged or something like that. Now I am going to be doing a video on the bad things of Vegas. You know me, Kansas City every day is a nightmare here in the sense when it comes to bad crime and stuff. Out there, we were out there, was it 6 or 7 days? 6 days?
6 nights, but
6 nights.
7 days.
Almost 7 days. And like I say, I don't want to get into it now. I'm going to show a few things. But considering the drugs compared to Kansas City to Las Vegas is nil compared to here. Kansas City is very bad. We're out there. We only come across maybe a couple times, a couple things. And I'll get into that later on. Probably the more dangerous part of, like I say, Vegas is, I will say, probably the women of the night. We'll put it that way. And there's a lot of call gals out there. And I'll just, real quick, when we were entering into one of the casinos, there was two Latin gals. And this one Latin gal was carrying a scissor shear in her jacket pocket that was probably about 8 inches long. Like, something that she used to stab somebody with. But we'll get into that later on. And like I said, I'm going to do a full video. And then I got some stuff out there. They've cleaned a lot of stuff up. You don't smell the weed that much. They have designated areas. But I do have one photo, or I'm going to show on the main drag of the Strip, where there was 3 guys actually doing a blunt. And it is against the law in Las Vegas, Nevada, to be doing that out there on the main drag. So we'll be talking about that later. But let's get on with the eats. Where are we going next here? Let's see. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm on my son. Take this away. This is the Peppermill. And I would recommend this to anybody. It is a little on the higher side, but it's worth it. Worth it.
Yeah, the Peppermill, what you see pictured here is the Primal Burger. It's about $25, but for Vegas price, that's about average. If you go to a place on the Strip, and I can guarantee you it's not going to be as good as this burger at Peppermill. The Primal Burger has Chipotle aioli sauce on it. It has an onion Kaiser bun. You have tomato, double bacon, sauteed mushrooms, and onions on it. I probably missed something. Maybe, it's got lettuce and then a dill pickle on the side. It was flavored very well. Oh, it even had an over medium egg on it. But the combination of flavors, it explodes in your mouth. I mean, it blends so well together, and I would definitely give that burger a 10. Now the fries were kind of like seasoned fries. They were just as good. I thought they tasted really well. I'll tell you what, if you go here for a meal, you're gonna be full the rest of the day. Because all of their food, no matter what you get, is in big portions. Even some of their breakfast food looked pretty big, pretty massive. They have omelets. They have French toast, which are some of their more popular dishes. Then some of their sandwiches are popular too. It was kind of hard to decide what to get because they have so many different things that look pretty good. Another thing that's kind of cool about Peppermill is it's been around since the 70s. It's been on the Strip for a long time. I know they have a Peppermill Casino in Reno. I don't know if it's tied directly into this place or not, but I just thought that was interesting. The place has definitely got a diner vibe to it. It's kind of got the retro purple booths, and then the ceiling is all shiny. also, while you're there, they have someone that comes around and will take a photo of you at your table with your party, and they'll give you a little free sample photo. You can also buy like full size photo if you want to. I thought that was kind of neat. Have a little souvenir. Um, the service was good. You know, they came back and checked on us and made sure everything was okay. I thought their napkins were kind of neat. The little design on them, you can kind of see off to the right. Um, and overall, I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with this place. What did you think of it?
I think it was good. I think the food was good. This like I say, the burger was excellent. We made it several places out there with burgers, and what is it? Is the Shake Shack?
Uh huh. Shake Shack.
Shake Shack and this burger is about the only two. And this one would be a number. I would give this like a on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd give this like a 15, and the Shake Shack like a 10. But we ate at Herbs, and I was not impressed with it. It seemed kind of greasy, and it wasn't. I just didn't like it. But this place and the decor inside and the vibes you get in here, excellent. Like my son said too, they take photos of you, and you can get a large one if you want one. They give you a free small one, and overall value, all the different food from breakfast, lunch, or dinner, well worth it, guys. So we're going to be wrapping this one up here pretty quick. I don't know if we got more eats, but we're not going to get them all in right now because we're about ready to run out of time. We're at 37 minutes, and I have 41 minutes, and I'll be running
So
out
we might
here.
have to do a part two for
Yeah,
a few more.
we might have to do a part two, guys. So anyway, have a good one.